trauma. Your parents separated at a young age. It did something to your mind. You know how we say we turned out okay? Not all of us turned out okay. And you know, the funny thing about trauma is you might not know that you even have trauma. Because some people, they are walking trauma and they don't even know why. Because they did pretty well in school. They have a fairly decent relationship with God. People kind of like them. Your trauma hasn't had opportunity to show up. One of the reasons people break up serially is because they've attached themselves to people that are not like them. And one of the reasons that happens is because you don't know yourself. Marriage, like they always say, is not for boys and girls. It's for big men and big women who are ready to build. You can manage your feelings. You can say no even when you want to say yes. But I promise you that there's no trauma on the earth that marriage will not dig up. Hi, my name is Toju Oluwatoyinbo, and it's nice to be meeting you in this video. I hope you're doing very well. All right, today we're still talking marriage and relationships. And our topic today is signs you are not ready for marriage. And I'm going to go through 7 of them as quickly but as explanatory as I can in the time that we have. 7 signs that you are not ready for marriage. Number 1, you are looking at marriage as a contract and not a covenant. And this is such a big issue today. Oh my gosh, the things that we see online. Give me those lines. For better, for stay, for worse, for go. What makes me happy? I speak my truth. If it's not working for me, then it's not working. Marriage is not a prison. And my father sent me to school as well, so I don't have to encumber myself or yoke myself to marriage. Nobody should tell you what to do consistently. You know, people just come up with all sorts of lines. And so people get into marriage now with a back door. It's almost an invisible back door. Maybe sometimes it's a subconscious back door. And for some people, it's a very conscious back door. In fact, they get into marriage letting their spouse know that, hey, if you do like this, I'm out. People go into marriage as a contract. And I've shared this before, maybe on social media, maybe on Instagram. I don't know if I've said it in a video. There are times when I'm recording a video and I'm, sharing marriage counsel or tips or advice or whatever it is. And I always feel like I need to put a caveat. So when I want to say something like marriage is for life, I already know people are thinking, what if there's domestic abuse? What if the person abandons me emotionally? What if this? And I'm like, how long are we going to keep keeping caveats? How long are we going to keep introducing caveats? I know that there are extreme situations where you shouldn't stay there and die. But I think those extreme situations have now been watered down to it can happen every other day. If it happens to me in month 2 of marriage, then I'm out. If it happens to me in month 6 of marriage, then I'm out. People will say, oh, our mothers endured marriage then, but hey, they suffered. Do you want to be like your mothers? Your mothers were married for 53 years, but do you know how long they suffered? I mean, I haven't really researched into that, so I don't want to drop statistics or anything. But in a sense, while I know they didn't get a number of things right, but hey, we are not getting a lot of things right. There are things that your father will see in your marriage now and be like, what are you people doing? I'm sure there's some things our parents read online and like, what is this? This is low. This is bad. And there are some things we see with the benefit of, information, technology, progression in spiritual revelation and understanding that will say, oh, mommy and daddy, you didn't get right. But in my opinion, I think that in terms of a lasting marriage, there were many things that they got right that we can learn from. And so I always think about putting those caveats, but increasingly I'm like, no, I'm not going to be putting those caveats as much as possible because again, it's giving room for backdoor. Something I've started saying more often now is endurance is much a fruit of the spirit as joy is. Endurance is much a fruit of a spirit, as much a fruit of a spirit as love is, as peace is. Endurance is actually one of the 9 fruits of the spirit. Endurance is one of the fruits of the spirit that lets people know that you are a child of God. What does the Bible say? By their fruit you shall know them. Endurance is one of those fruits there. But it's not a fruit that we are very happy about. And so when we put that fruit in the context of marriage, we're like, no, this is not what God had planned for me. But you've been working in this job, at this job for 3 years, 5 years. Anytime you're due for promotion, they don't give it to you. They say the next time, but you're still there and you're giving your best. You're still showing up early. In fact, you're probably trying to show up earlier so that you get the promotion. And even if you move to a next job, there's still going to be challenges there. But you're not going to say, I'm not working again. You'll be broke. You'll be hungry. Even if you start your business and still on still, you're still going to face issues. In fact, you'll be shocked that when you start the business yourself, you will find that you cannot even promote yourself because you're not expanded on level 1. But when it comes to marriage in this generation, we have so many back doors. So one of the signs that you are not ready for marriage is that you have back doors, is that you see it as a contract. If he does this, then I will do that. If she does this, then I will do it. If it does not work based on ABC, then I will leave. That's number 1. Number 2, you haven't healed from trauma. More and more in recent times, I'm seeing sick adults or sick children trapped in adult bodies that are married. And so they're still banging on that door. You know how it is, African parents, when your parents would say, when you tell your mom or your dad that I want to go out with you, I want to go out with you, I want to follow you, I want to follow you, I want to follow you, they say, go and wear your shoe and come back. And as you come back, you can see them through the window. They are going, Mommy, Daddy. So in counseling sessions, sometimes I still see those crying children crying for mommy and daddy who have just broken their trust to come back. And the trauma could be from different things, from sexual abuse, from verbal abuse, from emotional abuse, from an absent father, an absent mother, from a father who was an alcoholic or a mother who used to have extramarital affairs and you knew about them. I mean, I know about a case where the boy used to send love letters on behalf of his mom to the boyfriend. How do you expect that kind of child to grow up with? What kind of warped thinking? This is the boy that can think, I can have a wife, but I have to settle other things outside. You should understand, woman to woman, oh my God, let's not get into it. Trauma. Your parents separated at a young age. It did something to your mind. You know how we say we turned out okay? Not all of us turned out okay. Some of us turned out okay eventually, but not initially. And you know, the funny thing about trauma is you might not know that you even have trauma. Because some people, they are walking trauma, right? And they don't even know why, because they did pretty well in school. They graduated fairly decent, first class, second class, upper. They got a good job. They have a fairly decent relationship with God. People kind of like them. So your trauma hasn't had opportunity to show up. You've taken it to the recess of your mind. It's in the backdrop of your mind. It's hidden deep in the crevices of your memories that it's not a memory you immediately pull out. You know, so when they ask you, how are you? You say, fine. You're not digging deep to know how you really are. It's a memory that is very faint that until someone is introspective about it, you might not even remember it's there. Or you've done such a perfect job of masking it up. But I promise you that there's no trauma in the heavens on the earth. There's no trauma in heaven on the earth that marriage will not dig up. All right? So I think it's important as human beings in general, especially because we have so much information available to us. Maybe I dare say, especially as Africans, and I dare say, especially as Nigerians, investigate yourself for trauma before it blows up in your face, even before you get married. Pardon me, just the same way you go for a yearly checkup to check your cholesterol level, to check your blood pressure, to check your sugar level, check for trauma. I mean, people will tell you, it's supposed to be light, but it's not light. Sometimes just living in Nigeria for people is traumatic because every day, a lot of people are struggling just to get till 9 p.m. So you're waking up in the morning, you are dealing with no power. You're dealing with no water. You have to fetch water from XYZ. You're dealing with trying to get transportation and the hike in transportation. And you get to the office and you're with this toxic boss who is paying you X amount and expecting X times 10 results. And you have to deliver on your laptop that is not working. As you are working on the laptop, you are praying that the laptop will not die. You are praying that all the work you've done will save. You are working and it's just a lot. You're going home, even if you have a car, there are fumes, there's traffic, It's just a lot to get home. And by the time you get home, you're too tired to make a decent meal. And so here you are living on garnished Indomie, which you feel is nutritious. But that's not what your body needs. And so maybe in the whole week, you've only been able to eat 2 proper or 3 proper meals that we will call balanced diets. So already your body is not fine. And if your body is not fine, your mind and your soul cannot be fine. You have to deal with trauma. Number 3, you don't have an active, progressive, intimate relationship with God. There's so much that I can say about it. But point is, if God is the author of marriage, the creator of marriage, you can't do marriage without him. I tell my clients that if you can do 1 Corinthians 13, the attributes of love, and Galatians 5, 22 to 23, the fruit of the Spirit, then most of your work is done in marriage. Now, you can't actively have those ingredients if you don't have a growing, active, progressive relationship with God. And if you don't have that relationship with God, you're going to have a relationship with the world, and it's going to filter into your marriage. And then you're going to try to blend the culture of the world and the culture of God into your marriage. You're going to have something chaotic. You're going to have something that is not the picture of what marriage is according to God. And then we run up with narratives like marriage is overrated. Marriage is not what they said it is. Men are this, women are that. No, it's the picture you subscribe to that is showing up as this. Because it's what you feed into the computer that is going to feed out. All right? So you must have an active, progressive relationship with God. God has everything to do with the progress of your life and your marriage. Number 4, you don't know who you are. I mean, I know we say this a lot of times. It's now cliche. It's now boring. We just say it. But it's the truth. And I keep saying it even in sessions. You know, okay, let me not say this so I don't give away the person. One of the reasons people break up serially is because they've attached themselves to people that are not like them. They've attached themselves to people that are not kindred, if you will. They've attached themselves to people who are not going where they're going. And one of the reasons that happens is because you don't know yourself. You're not really sure where you're going. It's like maybe peradventure on probabilities. And if you keep doing that with different people, you're going to get more confused because Yemisi had something that was good, and Bayo had something that was good, and Adrian had something that was good, and Ariel had something that was good. And so you've picked up a bit of this person and that person. And because you're in a romantic relationship, most times when you're in romance, you're not thinking fully as logically as you should. So you've picked up these things, these lovely attributes from them in that euphoria of romance and love and all of that. And you think that maybe this is what I like. Maybe this is what I should be doing. Oh, they told me I'm good at this. Oh, they said they like this about me. So maybe that's who I am. And you start to try to build an edifice of your life out of these things. And then when you get to level 2, you realize, not really. And then you pull down the building again and you start dating somebody else, and then we start the same vicious cycle all over again. Worse still, you're with someone who is even looking up to you for inspiration. So you that you don't really know yourself, with someone that does not know themselves at all, this person now thinks they can build on you, and you realize, I'm not even building myself. And so now you're destroying 2 lives as opposed to just 1. Not like 1 is better, but still. So please, it's very important that you know yourself. So you avoid time wasting, you avoid heartbreak, you avoid a distorted view of life. Because when you chip in here, chip in there, chip in here, it's fragmented, it's broken. You're no longer wholesome. You begin to even second guess yourself. You're not sure. Did this relationship break up because of me? Was it me or was it them? You're not confident in your decision making anymore. So please be as wholesome, be patient. Because listen, when you get it right, the concept is that you guys will be together till Jesus comes, which is a much longer time than you have been living till now. Even if you are 40 and not married, if Jesus tarries. 60 years in marriage is longer than 40 years being single. So it's better to have 60 years of progress, of enjoyment, of love, and all of this good stuff. All right, number 5, you haven't built capacity. This is a whole table, but hopefully you can find yourself somewhere. Marriage requires capacity. Marriage, like they always say, is not for boys and girls. It's for big men and big women who are ready to build. So emotional capacity, you can hold things. You can control things. You can manage your feelings. You can say no even when you want to say yes. You can say yes even when you really want to say no. It's to manage your feelings. Oh, this person has hurt me. This person did this to me. But there's an agenda, there's a plan. We can deal with this later. Emotional capacity. Financial capacity. Are you going to dare to be a leech to someone or on someone? Are you going there to attach yourself to someone as a parasite? Or are you ready to build with someone? Spiritual capacity. Are you that lazy man or lazy woman that's looking for somebody that will be praying for you? Somebody that will send you Pastor Dami's link all the time. Somebody that will send you Mr. Dunsin Oyenko's new song all the time. Somebody that will be sending you version devotionals all the time. Someone that will be checking on you. Have you read your Bible today? Have you built capacity? Because marriage is capacity. You are building a marriage. Are you that person? Number 6, and the final point. You find it hard to get over yourself. Say, marriage, you die. It might be a daily death, depending on how fast you are ready to be alive. How soon you are ready to be alive. It might be a daily death, weekly death, monthly death, every year death. But you need to be ready to be selfless. Marriage is that place where even when you are right, you'll be quiet. Even when you are right, you will say sorry. Even when you are right, you will allow peace reign. Marriage is that place where you prefer to sleep with the lights off, but your partner wants the lights on. So at least you have to manage the dim light. Marriage is that place where I don't want to go out. I'm an introvert. I want to be in my house. I want to watch Netflix. I want to sleep. But your partner is a social butterfly. Maybe a good, influential, impactful social butterfly. And he wants you with him for support, or she wants you with him for support, for companionship, for whatever. Marriage is that place. Marriage is that place where, left to you, you don't really like to cook. You don't really like to, all these children, your nieces and your nephews are already stressing you. Your children will stress you more because they are in your space. You will do homework whether you feel like it or not. You will deal with colds and flus, well, hopefully not. With little children, when they start and all of that, you will deal with it. It's not really about personal preference in marriage. It's about what needs to be done. Okay? So if you're that person who finds it difficult to get over yourself, your way or the highway, you're not ready to communicate. You're not ready to hear the other person out. You're not ready to hear it from their perspective, understand it from their perspective. You're not ready to stoop to conquer. It's all about you. You're not ready to learn people's skill. Because again, like I always say, a lot of men marry thinking that they're married to men. 0. A lot of women marry thinking that they're married to women so they can talk to their husband like they talk to their girls. He should get it. 0. You'll be repeating classes so many times. So if you're that person that is not ready to get over yourself, you're not willing to learn, you're not willing to change, you're not willing to evolve, you're not willing to come for counseling, you're not willing, then you're not ready for marriage. Alright, so those are 6 points that let you know that you're not ready for marriage. Alright, so check yourself and rate yourself. How are you doing these days? You are praying, God, when? God, I beg, am I a plate? Am I this? Let my man find me. Let my woman find me. Let them slide into my DM. Lord, let it be according to your will. As it pleases the Lord. Lord, let it happen 2025. 2025 will not pass until I'm married. It will pass if you are not ready. And if you force yourself to be ready, and 2025 does not end without you getting married, I will see you in my office, like I say, with your box of tissue and with your money, because it's not going to be good. Alright, in the next video, I will see you. Follow me on social, send me a DM, connect with me on Instagram, leave a comment on this YouTube video, book a counseling session for yourself and for your loved ones. I look forward to connecting with you. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!